The first sensor that our group used was the light sensor, and we would point it at different pieces of construction paper and foil and the lights to see the amount of light that was reflected from it. I thought it was very effective. The machine worked very well, and it did give us the proper information that we needed. I thought it was efficient because it did work very fast, and even though it was hooked up to a computer, there aren't many circumstances where you would do that when it was not hooked up to a computer. And finally, I thought it was engaging. However, I thought it was only engaging for the one who was using the light sensor. It wasn't so much engaging for the ones who were watching you use the light sensor, but it was fun to be able to see how much light was reflected off of different things. The next sensor that we used was the heart rate monitor, and the first one was it effective? And I thought it was effective. It did record our heart rate and to see like the spikes in it, especially when we'd start running and get our heart rate going. However, there were times when you wouldn't hold the monitor properly, or the sensor was in a place where it couldn't read the monitor, so it wouldn't work. And so there are problems with effectiveness right there. Efficient, I didn't think it was very efficient because when are the times that you're going to be standing right next to a computer with heart rate monitor and be using it to monitor your heart? Usually you're not going to do that, so that's why I decided it wasn't very efficient. And engaging, yes, it was engaging for all of us. We very much enjoyed watching each other get our heart rate up and to see our heart rate spike as high as we could get it. The last science sensor that we looked at was the force plate. I did think it was very effective because it showed us all the information and it graphed it for us, and it was interesting to look at, and it had accurate information. I did think it was efficient. It got us the information fast, and we were able to look at it, and I think that it would be very efficient to use in the classroom to see how force is affected by different aspects. And lastly, I did think it was very engaging. It was interesting to go into the elevator and to get on the force plate and to see how the force changed when the elevator went up and down. This was the first app that I looked at, and it was called 3D Sun. It's actually made by NASA, and it gives us a lot of information about conditions on the sun, whether there's a crackling sunspot or an eruption, different things like that. And it also gives us a model of the sun to look at. I did think it was very effective. It, showed us a lot of aspects about the sun and the news related to it. Efficient. I did think it was efficient. It's a fast way to look at information about the sun. However, if you're looking about very, very specific information, you may not be able to find it. It does give specific information about events, but that's pretty much it. And engaging. I did find it engaging. It gave lots and lots of information, and I found it interesting to look at all the information and things about the sun, and to also look at the model that it had. But I don't think it was very much engaging beyond that. It wasn't too interactive, it just had kind of things to look at, and it could have definitely improved its engagement. This was the last app that I looked at, and it was called Leaf Snap. And it actually had a lot of different diagrams of plants. It allowed you to look at the flower aspect of the plant, the seed of the plant, and what the different pictures looked like. It also allows you to take a picture of a plant, and it will actually look it up and see what the plant is, according to its leaves and its flowers and such. Effective, yes, I thought it was very effective. It allowed you to look at lots and lots of different plants and to see all the different aspects of that. Efficient, it was very efficient. You can just take a picture of a plant if you're going somewhere, and it will actually document it for you, and you can look at it and it'll tell you what kind of plant it is, and I think it's just really, really incredible. And engaging. It was engaging. It allowed you to take pictures with it and to look at the different aspects of the plant and stuff like that. But as far as being like interactive and active, besides taking pictures, really not doing much. You're just kind of looking at it and researching the different plants that they have available in it. But I definitely thought this app was really cool and a really good thing to have.